Hi everyone. I'd like to welcome you to Principles of Marketing. As you've likely have guessed, my name is Lauren Louie. I'm very pleased to be your instructor for this Business 360 course over the next 8 weeks. So in this presentation, we're going to cover first how this class works, how you'll earn your grade, and some major class policies. So let's get to it. Stick me in the corner right here. So again, welcome to Principles of Marketing, all online 2022 fall session 2. So better yet, I went ahead and we don't need my face blocking the screen, but so a bit about me. I earned my PhD in management marketing at the University of California, Irvine. How marketing and consumer behavior impact each other is especially near and dear to my heart. I enjoy researching how business practices tend to go beyond selling their immediate products, but instead impact consumer culture, such as with fast food and family entertainment. So, what are we in for? So, this course is meant to give you a broad overview of marketing principles. So, who are the actors and how do they behave? What are the factors that influence marketing decisions? And what is marketing's expanding role in business and in society at large? So this course aims to give you a working vocabulary and to let you practice a marketing skill set so that you'll be better grounded in your undergraduate studies and whatever pursuits that takes you. So you'll be able to use marketing ideas and tools to figure out, judge, and make recommendations. You will use relevant and credible information. You will account for our modern dynamic environment, so diversity, culture, global and technological forces, you name it. You will communicate your command of marketing in different ways, culminating in your own marketing plan. So we'll be talking marketing with for-profits, nonprofits, institutions like schools or hospitals, political campaigns, ideas, and beyond. So what's class going to be like then? Well, first of all, it is an 8 weeks fast-paced online class and community. So it is all online. All of your lessons, activities, submissions, and interactions are online through Blackboard. No required meetings, but I am happy to meet or discuss with you as you wish. Your role is as director of your own learning. You aren't just here to sit, memorize, and be fed answers. You will be expected to show you can do things with those words and skills. You, after all, are here so that you can better succeed in your programs. Finally, collaborative learning. This course is built on interacting and building ideas out as a class. Each of you comes with your own skills and experiences that enrich how we could use the material. It would be an absolute waste to just center on one book or one outlook. Therefore, my role is to provide examples and activities to spur thought and action on what the marketing toolkit can do for you. It is then for you and your classmates to bring in your ideas for us to figure out new ways for how we can use marketing. So what's class like then? Well, first of all, it is front heavy. Basically, we face a steeper learning curve at the beginning because marketing's actions and principles tend to work together. To know one, you have to know the others. So our early chapters, 1 and 2 especially, will give you that broad picture by showing how marketing actions fit together and their purpose relative to each other as part of a cohesive plan. The later chapters are then really just filling in the picture by sharing more ideas and ways you can do things. Next, marketing is a craft. So as with most studies, marketing is more than just vocab or a series of steps. It's a craft where it takes both strategic thought and creativity to make it work. So think about when you learned your ABCs. When you learn your ABCs, you don't just learn the letters just to know the letters. You want to do something with them. You want to be able to spell words, form sentences, and craft stories or persuasive arguments. Same with marketing. Terms and skill set are important. So you want to learn more than just stuff, but what to do with that stuff, how to do that stuff, and where you can exercise your own creativity with that stuff. Stuff being marketing. Okay, so through Blackboard, I'll be providing you with lectures, videos, and readings to help you explore ways to use the terms and concepts. We'll have discussion boards with your classmates where you'll practice communicating with your new tool set, and you will see how others are using it. I will further provide activities, some just for practice, while others you'll get formal feedback and a grade. Outside of class, it's very helpful to read, as in read your book. I'm hoping, though, you'll read some more. Go out and look at newspapers or in business magazines or trade press or whatever. Finally, look around, apply what you've learned. See what it is you're doing while you're standing in an ice cream aisle making a decision. Take a look at a company's newest line of advertising. What are they trying to do? Look from the lens of a marketer. And anytime is a good time for asking questions, sharing examples, and analyzing what you're learning. Time is limited, of course, so we can't finish up every conversation we start, but we can at least start that dialogue. So feel free to email me or pose a question on our discussion boards. Each one of you, whether you aim to be in marketing or not, has a lot to give and share. Each of you can learn and build on one and another's ideas. There's a lot of reasons, and this is one of the big reasons why we teachers like doing this. We are always learning with you. So this big chunk is the formal course outcomes from the College of Business and Public Management. And if you'll notice, they're just very formal ways of saying that you'll have these skills. So you'll use vocabulary marketers tend to use. You'll know major ideas or assumptions marketers tend to use for how they see the world. You'll actually practice using those ideas and concepts by identifying, hey, that's an example of segmentation. Analyzing, how did that work? Hey, what were they trying to do? Evaluating, I don't know if that was the best idea. And creating, actually making your own recommendations. By the end of the course, we'll want to see you've worked on how you work with information from a marketing point of view. Analyze and evaluate marketing ideas and create some of your own. So let's now talk about how you'll show off your skill set and our more concrete reward, your grade. This is how I determine your grade. And you'll notice I use weighted grades where certain categories, regardless of point total, contribute to a particular percentage of your total grade. So if you get 100% all your discussion boards, you will earn all 24.5% points out of 100% points possible. Meanwhile, if you totally blow off the portfolio style exam, even if you earn 100% on everything else, your grade could never be above a 65%. So it's good to, not blow these off. The syllabus will have more details and tips, but we'll jump in a little. So let's continue with the assessment. So what's involved? First, your weekly discussion board. You will discuss the course material with your classmates on Blackboard. These are meant to effectively mimic a face-to-face conversation or classroom experience by letting us draw from each other's experiences and insights. They're worth 24.5% So effectively, it's 7 instances about with 3.5 percentage points each. You have an open-ended prompt where you'll likely be asked to provide an example or your thoughts on something. Then you read your classmates' posts and reply to each other to build out conversations and ideas. You'll also have 5 individual write-ups to practice applying and communicating, worth 15% of your grade, about 3% each. They're basically like 1 to 2 pages, less maybe, or a business letter, a memo, something quick. You might interview someone, you might make a recommendation after finding an article, write a reflection, and so on. So next, you will be making a marketing plan, at least a mini one. The marketing plan is a document that discusses how an organization is going to achieve objectives by using marketing strategies. So it can be for a new product or other extensive change to the marketing mix. So for a new or existing company. New product is often easy, but if you have other ideas that call for major marketing changes, then those tend to work fine. So when your past colleagues revamped their accounting office's plans on customer review. So they were getting more clients to rate them on Yelp and other things so that they could track new customers. So if you're not sure, feel free to email me. And so you can work individually or in up to a team of 4. Teams are self-selected according to your own time and work habits. The project is built in a way that it can be handled by 1 to 4 people. It's usually based on the your individual work styles and schedules, whether working alone, being part of a pair, or being part of a team makes better sense. So the deliverables are basically go with thusly. You'll have the final paper, a 20% write-up, basically, or it's about 15 pages double space, 7.5 pages single space of text. There's going to be a presentation you'll make through a set of slides and summary for 5%, and then 0.5% and evaluation. It's peer if you're on a team, process if you work alone, so ratings table with a space for comments, and this is just for turning it in. A score might change if there are very concerning scores and comments for a teammate. So finally, rather than a traditional exam, you will be preparing a portfolio with samples of your work, self-assessment reflection questions, and your responses to scenarios to demonstrate you can use marketing as yourself so that you can show it is you who knows marketing and what you're doing with it, how it works. So this is something you'll do throughout 8 weeks via Blackboard. So again, those samples, it's important to be able to assess your own work. So you're effectively giving yourself a performance review. And I'll give you some parameters and you'll explain how your samples show your command of marketing. And so again, samples and then reflection questions. And then scenarios. A few of the samples will be based on your responses to some mini scenarios. So day to day, you may be asked to explain, recommend, and defend marketing-based courses of action. We want to see that you can communicate in ways that can lead to better plans with your colleagues, clients, managers, or employees. So this is on the level of someone asking you something marketing related through, say, email or Skype, and then you just got to respond. You just have to, they'll say, why do we have to refine our business mission? Or maybe you're talking to a client and they want to know why you think your plan's going to work. I know it feels like you won't really need to fully write out such answers very often, like I'm going to ask you, but think of it as a driver's exam. When you're doing a driving test, you gotta go overboard a bit and fully show, yes, I turned around and looked at the mirror, or I looked at the light. So in all, rather than us inferring you know things from quizzes or exams, you'll fully show you know what you're doing for yourself. So more logistics, this is all in the syllabus, but the textbook, the preferred version is the 15th edition. Older editions are okay. They do have vocab, but they're just a little more out of date. 16th is most up to date, but it's pricing. But all in all, they will all have the foundational terms. It is only the text itself that is required, whether rented, old, shared, new, how have you. I don't mind. Just get the access to the text. You do not need Connect Plus. There will be additional readings and videos posted to Blackboard. You will want to use, and you will have to use, the University of Laverne Library Portal. Lots of good databases, great search engine, access to major periodicals. There's even a 24/7 librarian chat system that they'll help you find resources. They'll answer questions. They'll answer things about publication, all sorts of things, and at all hours. So besides the library portal, you'll also be using that business press and other news sources like LA Times, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and that will give you the data you need to make informed decisions. And it's good practice to know what's out there. Many public libraries continue to give you access to many of these business databases and resources like EBSCO, IBIS World, Hoover, Statista, and others. So technological requirements, we're using Blackboard, which is an online learning management system. You'll need a reliable internet connection, equipment that plays sound, a word processor, the ability to save to alternative file formats like doc, docx, PDF, etc. Blackboard hates dot pages, so don't use them, or at least save to another format. And a browser that supports Blackboard, so they suggest Firefox. Please note that Blackboard often can slow down during peak time, so keep that in mind. And if you like presentation software, camera, webcam, microphone, not required but very helpful. More items on the syllabus and on Blackboard, please take a look. Lots of resources available to you. So as you can see, especially syllabus and 360 Start Here folder. Most notably, I've opened a discussion board for our syllabus negotiation where you can discuss the syllabus and propose modifications. Some will not be possible, but I am open to ideas, such as whether a deliverable might be, say, shifted from Thanksgiving week to the float week. I'm not sure. This is for you to consider. Let's talk academic honesty. Don't bring us into this situation. It wastes my time. It wastes your time. Please abide by the values of this university. Your work should be your own. Give credit by using citations if you're using someone else's work to build your own. Giving your work for another to copy helps no one. Actions like using notes when you're not supposed to, or copying and pasting someone else's work, including from those course hero type sites. Any of that produces more work for me and you. And trust me, a lot of us instructors can hear the voice change where it's no longer you just giving your honest answers. It sounds like a chatbot replaced you, or that you've stopped trying. I've had students where they would have been better off leaving things blank or giving an imperfect answer, and that's okay. But cheating on other questions sunk their whole grade. Don't do it. So this is a fundamentals class. It's not meant to be tricky. The content and exercises are foundations that help you build strategies and communicate with others. You are pursuing higher education. Give you and others some credit. We're here to develop you. All right, off the soapbox now. So let's talk my communication policy. I get in touch with you through the Blackboard site, which usually connects me to your Laverne email. So make sure it's one that you check at least once a week, preferably more. What about getting in touch with me? Well, please feel free to reach out anytime. I cannot read minds, and I don't even get the benefit of seeing your body language. So if you're unsure about something, reach out. So the best way to get in touch with me is through my email. I will respond within 36 hours, usually in less time. Careful on weekends or holidays, though. Obviously, I think all of us take a little more time. There's also a Q&A section on the discussion boards that lets me or your classmates answer questions. If you want more immediate interaction, we can always set up a time to talk. I'll make various days and times work. There's plenty of options. And as you see here with office hours, that's kind of something that I'm hoping to find out when you actually will use those, because it's no point in me to just sit there if no one's going to show up versus what time you can actually show up. So with that, again, well, go read the syllabus. There, now you can see me. Go read the syllabus. Glad to have each of you here for the next 8 weeks, and it goes by fast. So, but it's a great time, and we always learn a lot together and have a really good interaction for us for this time period. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you all, to the exchange of ideas, and the time together. So again, please feel free to get in touch however you wish, whether to me or all of the wonderful classmates you're about to interact with. So take care, let me know if you need anything, and have a great time.